Hello guys, and we are back. And this video is actually the second and final part where we will talk about operators used in C. Okay, so this video is pretty much gonna be the same as the last video. I will write some small programs, and in these programs I will show you how these new operators are used. So let's do it. So first two operators that I will show you are increment and decrement operators, and this is how they are used. Okay, so actually this is the increment operator. And what this does is it makes the value of a bigger for 1. Okay, so it's pretty much the same as this. A is a plus 1. Okay, so if we run it, a should be 6 now, and it is. Okay, there is another way of using it. It's plus plus a. This one is called postfix increment operator, and this one's prefix increment operator. Okay, so as you can see, first the value of a was incremented here and then here, so the result is 7. Okay, in the next small program I'll show you the difference between these two, so let's do it. The decrement operator is pretty much the same as this one, we're just using minus, like a minus minus, so it will make the value of a smaller for 1. Okay, so I will delete this now and make a new program like this. Okay, I'll still use a, but I will make 2 more variables. So I will set b to plus plus a, and c I will set it to b plus plus. Okay. So this is the second small program. So okay, a has a value of 5. We have b and we have c. Okay. So here, this part, because this is prefix operator, actually it will first increase the value of a, so it will change it to 6, and then it will place it inside of b. So b is 6 right now. Okay. And this one is postfix operator, so it will first assign b to c, so c is gonna be 6, and then it will increase the value of b for 1. Okay, so that is pretty much the main difference and only difference between using prefix and postfix operator in 2 different ways. Okay, so when we run this program, as you can see, the results are good. So the prefix operator first increases the value of a, and then it assigns that value to b. And this one, the postfix operator, postfix increment operator, will first assign the value of b to c, and then it will change the value of b to 7. Okay. So next program, I will show you how to actually parentheses and C work. So I will use this time 3 variables too. Okay, so this is actually a really good example. So this thing right here will of course change the value of x to 4. So the current situation is that x is 4, and we have y, and z is 0. Okay, so this line of code, okay, so now we have combination of parentheses and increment operators here, And actually, when we have here parentheses, the last value that is in parentheses will be placed inside of this variable. Okay, so this will be actually the result of these parentheses. But the program will go through all of these before the last one, and if there's something to execute right there, it will be executed. So the program goes first through X, and that won't do anything, and then goes through this Z++. So it will change the value of Z to 1, and then it goes to ++ X, and that is prefix operator. So it will first make the value of X bigger for 1, so it will change this to 5 first, and then that value of X will be placed inside of Y. Okay, so Y is now 5. And here I will show you another trick. For example, when we use, for example here, ++x or x++, it is pretty much the same as this. X equals x plus 1. And that is again the same as we wrote this. Because sometimes you need to make the value of some variable bigger for 10, for example. So when we need to make it bigger for 10, we cannot use this. This will only increment the value by 1. And when we use this, there is still a kind of a shortcut to write it in this way. So to write it like this, x plus then addition operator 10. So this and this is the same. Okay. So right now I will use this here. Y, for example, plus then the addition operator x and x at the end. Okay. So as we said, always the last thing in the parentheses will be actually added to the value of Z, but the program will first execute all of the statements that are written before. So we have y plus equals x. So that is the same as y equals y plus x. So do you understand? Actually, this is a substitute for this code right here. Okay. So that means y will be 5 plus 5. So the value of y will be changed to 10. So when this is executed, the program continues, and this is x. The value of it is 5, and then the value of x will be placed inside of z. Okay, so right now the z is 5. Okay. And for example, if we have a new block, so we can make a new block and we can make a variable that is called the same way as some variables used before, but the for example, when I write here x equals 4, x is 4, that won't change the value of x inside of these parentheses. So if I print here, printf %d x, if I run this program right now, it will actually, x is 5 at the moment, and the second x here is 4, but it will actually write out 5. And if I use here printf %d smaller block, and I'll put a new line here. As you can see, so here x has the value of 4, but outside of that block we still use this x. Okay. Okay, so Actually, we can still use the variables from this older block here. And if we change the value of z, for example, to z++, if we print this out, it will change the value of z to 6. And for example, but if we print this and z equals 2, it won't change the value of z of this z. It will just make another variable that is only used inside of this block. And still, if we print out z here, %d from z, just a second, return 0. And if we run the program, z will still be 5. And here, only here, this variable z is actually only has a value of 2 inside of this block. Okay, and if I use this, for example, z equals x minus 1. So what do you think the value of z will, and I use it like this. So I still use this z. I haven't made a new variable. So this is still this z, but I will change its value x minus 1. So x is 5, minus 1 is 4. So z should be 4 now, but actually no. Because we're in this block, it will use this x and place this x here, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So actually the value of z will be 3. And now if I write it like this, x, y, I need %d here, and z, okay, if we run the program now, as you can see, x is 5, y is 10, and z is 3. Okay, z is 3. So that would be it about parentheses. And right now I will show you the ternary operator, which is used in C. So I'll make int a is, okay, b is 5 and c is 7. A equals to b is larger than c, question mark. If it's larger than b, if it's not, then c. Okay. And at the end I need printf %d for a. Okay. So in this program, so I have 3 variables, a, b, c. B is 5 and c is 7. Okay, so this is actually called ternary operator. So this part of code right here before the question mark is actually some condition, and if this condition is true, then this ternary operator right here will return this, and if this condition is not true, it will return this. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So pretty much the condition is b is bigger than c. Is that true? 5 is bigger than 7? No. So the return value for from this ternary operator will be actually this. So c. So a should have the value of 7. And if we run this program now, so it is. And if we change this and write it like this, so now b is smaller than c, and that is true, so this will be actually returned to a. So a should be 5 now. Okay, so that is actually how the ternary operator works. So that would be pretty much it for this video, and in the next video I will actually give you like a small test. I will give you an assignment, which program should you make, I will actually do the same in the video, but you should press pause and try to do it by yourself and then check it out with me. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, write it down in the comment section. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel too, because we upload daily, and you should also put the notification bell on to be in touch with our latest videos. Thank you and see you next time.